Hi. With regards to today, Cassia, what we did and what you really need to do if you're on the homepage, I know that we may need to actually follow up with an over the phone conversation if you are unable to join um, our meets in the morning, which are very important because they discuss all this information that is really relevant for you to move on each day in the course. So, what I discussed today in a nutshell is that on the course homepage, you click course home. Always, you might be taken there automatically. You'll see a news feed. So, today's news feeds were quite a few. Um, so I talked about this, and I'm sure you saw that. So every day I said that I will post an agenda for the day. I'll post it the night before so you have it the morning of. In this case, I posted it starting in the afternoon because this is when I actually got to it as a class. We decided this was the way to go. So it says 10:40 to 11. We went to activity 1, Are You Ready? In grade 9 math, etc. Then we did introduction to integers. Then we did technology time, etc. So we covered all these lessons today. And then I gave you independent work from 12:50 to 12:45. What I do during this time as well is I don't log off the call. What I do is I stay on, but you are welcome to log off if you understood everything and have no questions. If you have questions, then I'm on the call still up until 12:45 to answer any questions while you're working. Now, do you have to complete the work during this time, your independent work? No, you can complete it at any time, but it's best to do it during this time because I'm available. I'm still on the call, so I can answer any calls. It doesn't have to be a back and forth with emails. It's directly done this way. Then the homework is posted here. So it says in activity 1, we completing decoding the definitions as a class. So now we move on to make sense of these numbers. For activity 2, it's a Dropbox submission. So this you're submitting to me. And activity 3, there's under the assignment, there's a discussion post. Let me move on so I can show you what that looks like. So in order to access course material, you go to content. Once in content, um, your view should only show you this Unit 1 recap. So this is where all your information is for now. So once your view is open, are you ready? This is the first activity from the homework that you saw. This is the lesson. Here's the content for the lesson. So in this case, the first thing we did as a class is we went here and are you ready? And then decode the definitions. This is what I said in the lesson. You guys did this as a class. And then we move on to the next activity. So these contents are the activities within the first lesson. Next one. The next activity is this one, number sense. So a lot of people don't have Microsoft Word or they can't access it using their Chromebooks. So there's a Google Doc version here that you can click on. I'm going to have to do it as I go because unfortunately with this specific shell, it wasn't built into it. So, but don't worry, it's all getting done. After that, I believe we had this PowerPoint presentation that we went over so we did this and we finished this and then we went to the next activity, which was a PowerPoint presentation. Now for this one, if you don't have PowerPoint, which is a Microsoft Word application, unfortunately, it doesn't allow me to save it because it's embedded into the ministry resources. So the only thing I can suggest, and I told all the other students, is probably the quickest fix, is to go onto your Chrome, like Google Chrome, and download an extension so that you can view PowerPoints and even Word documents within Chrome. I think that's your best bet because right now, many students aren't able to view this PowerPoint. We saw it as a class, but you're not able to view it individually. Moving on, if you see A2, that's basically activity 2 or lesson 2, if you want to call it. For this, it's what we did was we talked about a tutorial. So there's a tutorial here on converting Coral Equation Editor. So this is the written script. So I want students to download this. This is the RTF version, but you're able to open it on your computer, download it, and keep a copy of it because you're going to need it for future reference. According to another student, you're able to do these equations because there is an assignment. So checking your understanding, it asks you questions, and you can click on here to make sure your answer is correct. But here, there's practice on your own. So it asks you to use the equation editor in order to solve for these. And then it gives you the solution. For the assignment, if you click on assignment right here, it takes you to complete the following assignment and submit your work to Dropbox. When you submit your work, so you're going to complete these assignments. So on a Google Doc or whatever you want to use, you're going to write this out by hand or on a Google Doc, and then you're going to solve for it using your equation editor program. So another student mentioned that there is an equation editor program built into Google Docs that seems to do the job as well. So you're more than welcome to do that. Once you've built that in and solved for it, you can submit it to Dropbox. You just click Dropbox and it should take you right through it to show you how to do it. The last thing we did today was activity 3, integers. So see activity 3 or lesson 3. So under content here, again, same thing. It's always content and it's always assignment. We did this as a class. We downloaded this app here, Thermometer, so they could practice their integer skills. We went on to the next kind of activity within that activity, which talks about algebra tiles and how to use them. We did a couple of examples as a class, which gave us the answers. And then finally, it asks you to try some questions and make sure you're comfortable with integers. This is all independent work that you could try on your own. I didn't do that with the class. And then finally, we got to the assignment part. Here, the assignment is straightforward. It's just a discussion post. So you've seen examples of how integers are used in everyday life. Now it's your turn to try it on your own. So that's what they did. And then you click and you enter the discussion here and you add to it. I'm hoping maybe when your parents get home or something, they can help you access this. I don't know whether you're using Chrome or not. I know that with regular Internet Explorer, it doesn't support D2L. You definitely need to use Chrome or Firefox. Maybe that's the issue. I'm not sure. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me or save them for tomorrow morning. I'm not sure how I can help you, but I'm definitely going to find a solution to this. But hopefully this screencast is a good first step, okay? Anyways, take care and talk to you tomorrow.